Welcome. Today we are diving into a really big question that comes up all the time in retirement planning. What on earth happens to your savings when you buy an annuity? For a lot of people, it's a huge source of anxiety, so let's unpack it. I mean, does this question hit home for you? It's the thing that can keep you up at night. You've spent your entire life working hard, building that nest egg, and the thought of just handing it over to a place where you can't touch it, even for an emergency, yeah, that can be pretty scary. And this is exactly what we call the annuity fear factor. It's this classic tug of war. On one side, you have the need for that steady, guaranteed income stream in retirement. But on the other side, there's this nagging fear, this big what if. What if you need a big chunk of cash for a medical bill or a sudden repair on your house? This right here, this thought gets right to the heart of the whole dilemma. And it's a totally rational fear. You want the security that an annuity can offer, but you also crave the flexibility to get to your own money if you need it. So the big question is, can you actually have both? Well, the insurance industry heard this concern loud and clear. And, as you might expect, they created a product designed to tackle this exact problem head-on. It's all built around a very powerful, very appealing promise: get your money back. And here it is. It's called a return of premium annuity, or ROP for short. Its main selling point, its standout feature, is that it lets you get your original investment, everything you paid in premiums, back at any time. And the best part, no massive surrender penalties that you see with so many other annuities. So the appeal really comes down to these three key things. First, premium recovery. You can always get your initial capital back. That gives you huge financial flexibility for all those what-if moments we talked about. And what's the result of all that? A powerful sense of peace of mind. Just knowing your principal is safe and you can get to it. And you know what? This protection isn't just about you. If you were to pass away before the annuity has paid out an amount that's equal to what you put in, this feature makes sure your beneficiaries get the rest. It basically acts like a safety net for your estate. So when that happens, your beneficiary usually gets two choices on how they receive the money. With an installment refund, they just keep getting the same income payments you are getting until the full premium is paid out. The cash refund option is, well, a lot more direct. They get the entire remaining balance all at once in one big lump sum. Okay, so this sounds pretty great, right? An annuity with a built-in escape hatch. What could be better? But, as with almost everything in the world of finance, there's always a trade-off. And this is where we need to talk about the hidden cost of all that security. Look, having this level of security is an incredibly valuable feature, no doubt about it. And you definitely pay a price for it. It's just maybe not in the way that you're thinking. Okay, let's just imagine for a second that your annuity has been chugging along, doing its thing. Over a few years, on top of which you put in, it could have earned a pretty decent amount of interest. Let's just say, for example, an extra $25,000. That's real growth, real money. And here it is. This is the crucial catch. If you decide to pull that ripcord and use the return of premium feature, yes, you get your original investment back, but you forfeit all of the interest your money has earned. That 25 grand in growth, poof, it's gone. It stays with the insurance company. So for a lot of people, giving up all that potential growth is just too high a price to pay for that flexibility. But the good news is there is another way to look at this. There's a sort of middle ground option that really tries to balance both the safety and the potential for growth. This alternative is a feature that's built into a lot of modern annuities. It's called accumulating penalty-free withdrawals. Now, the key difference here, and it's a big one, is that with this feature, you actually get to keep your interest. Let's put these two side by side. With an ROP annuity, you can only ever access your original premium, and you kiss all that interest goodbye. But with penalty-free withdrawals, you're accessing your account value, which includes the interest, and you get to keep it. This really makes it a much better fit for people who want both that flexibility and the growth potential. So who should be looking at this? Well, it's really for investors who don't want to have to sacrifice all their growth just for a little bit of access. If you value seeing your money accumulate interest and you want flexibility without having to pay for extra bells and whistles or riders, then this is definitely a path worth exploring. At the end of the day, there's no single right answer here for everybody. The best choice really comes down to your own personal financial situation, what your tolerance for risk is, and just as important, what you need emotionally when it comes to your money. Here's a really simple way to think about it. The ROP annuity, it's like an ironclad safety deposit box. Your principal is always there, exactly how you left it. It's the absolute peak of security. The penalty-free withdrawal option is more like a flexible, high-yield savings account where your money can actually grow and you have structured access to it along the way. And this quote right here really just sums the whole thing up perfectly. The return of premium feature, it's mostly about giving you emotional security, but you pay for that feeling of safety with the complete loss of any interest you've earned if you decide you want to cash out early. So we'll end with this question for you to think about. When it comes to your retirement savings, what do you truly value more? Is it the absolute rock-solid guarantee that you can get your initial investment back, no questions asked? Or is it the opportunity for your money to grow with the flexibility to access some of it along the way? The answer to that will tell you a whole lot about which path is right for you. Thanks for joining me.